Right now, you do at least 3 of these without ever noticing. And the person across from you? They notice all of them. They just can't explain how they know. Here's the strange part. Your conscious mind is great at lying. It can invent a story in half a second. But your body never got the memo. It keeps telling the truth in a language you never agreed to speak. I'm going to show you 7 things the brain does when it's hiding something. Some of these you've felt from the inside, that hot, itchy feeling when you're not being honest. Others you've only ever seen from the outside in someone else without knowing what you were looking at. By the end of this video, you won't be able to unsee them, not in other people and not in yourself. Number 4 is the one almost nobody can control, not even trained liars. Quick thing before we start, because it changes how you'll hear all of this. A tell isn't a sign that someone's a bad person. It's a sign that someone is under a mental load. For the brain, lying is hard work. It takes a lot of brain power to hold 2 different versions of what happened at once. Everything on this list is what that cost looks like when it starts to show. So don't use this to catch people. Use it to understand them. Number 1. Listen to the rhythm, not the words. When someone starts to move from the truth into a lie, the pace of their speech starts to change. You just might be able to notice a slight hesitation first. That is, their brain making up the fake story. And for the brain, that takes a short moment. Then, when the lie they created in their head is ready, it often comes out very rushed, much faster than the pace of their normal speech. Almost as if they just want to get it over with and get past it. The truth has an even, relaxed rhythm. Deception stutters, then sprints. Next time someone answers a simple question with a weird little pause followed by a flood of detail you didn't ask for, that's the rhythm of a brain doing extra work. Number 2. Honest people summarize their stories. Liars script. When you tell the truth, you pull from memory, and memory is lazy. It gives you the overall gist. I went out, came home, went to bed. Done. But a lie has no memory to pull from, so the brain writes one. And brains that are writing tend to overwrite. Suddenly there are timestamps, brand names, the exact weather, details that a truthful person would never bother to include, because real memories don't come with specific footnotes. If a simple story is being told as an in-depth documentary, you should pay attention. Hey, before we jump into the next one, if you're learning something new about psychology, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more people who want to understand these concepts on a deeper level, just like you do. Okay, number 4 is coming up, and it's the one I promised you nobody can fake. But it only makes sense if you understand number 3 first, so stay with me. Number 3. When the body feels stress, it can't escape. It tries to soothe itself, and it does it through touch. Watch the hands when the conversation gets tense. They drift to the neck, the mouth, the back of the other hand. People will rub, scratch, adjust a collar, or play with a ring. These are called pacifying behaviors, and they spike the moment the brain feels exposed. Here's the important key. It's not the gesture itself that matters. It's the timing. A neck touch means nothing on its own. Now, a neck touch the second you ask a specific question, that's the body reaching for a sensation of security that it doesn't have. Number 4, the one I promised in the beginning of the video. The eyes. Most people think liars won't make eye contact, but sometimes it's actually the opposite. People who are deliberately lying often overcorrect and stare too hard, because they've heard the eye contact myth too. The real tell is the blink rate. Under heavy mental load, while the brain is busy creating the lie, blinking drops. The eyes go still, almost frozen, because all the processing power is going somewhere else. And then, the moment the lie is finished and the pressure is released, you get a flurry. A rapid burst of blinks, almost like their system rebooting. Still eyes during the answer, then a sudden blink storm right after. That sequence is almost impossible to consciously control because you can't feel yourself doing it. That's why even experienced liars get caught by it. Number 5. Liars quietly delete themselves from the story. When people lie, they unconsciously use fewer first-person words, fewer I's, fewer my's. It's a kind of psychological distancing. The brain doesn't want to own the false statement, so it backs away from it grammatically. I didn't take the money becomes that money was never even touched. Notice what disappeared. The person. The honest version of the story would put them at the center. The deceptive version, without even noticing it, moves them off to the side, like they're narrating someone else's life. Listen for the disappearing I. It's subtle and it's everywhere. Number 6. With a fake emotion, the timing is always slightly wrong. Real emotions fire fast and fade fast. They're reflexes. A genuine smile hits at the same instant as the feeling and it goes naturally. But a performed emotion has to be consciously triggered, so it arrives slightly late, a half second after the moment that should have caused it. And it often overstays, held in place a little too long, then dropped all at once, like a mask coming off. You usually won't catch this consciously. You'll just feel that something was off about how someone reacted. That feeling is the detection. Your brain noticed the bad timing before your conscious mind could explain it. Number 7, and this is the one that ties all 6 together. So if you only remember one thing, remember this. None of these signs mean anything in isolation. The real skill isn't spotting a single tell, it's spotting a change. Every person has a baseline, their normal rhythm of speech, their normal amount of eye contact, their normal hand movement. Deception shows up as a deviation from that baseline. The quiet person who suddenly over-explains. The animated person who suddenly goes still. The change is the signal. So you're not looking for nervousness. Plenty of honest people are nervous. You're looking for the moment a person stops sounding like themselves. Here's the thing I keep coming back to. We learn these tricks hoping to catch other people. But the longer you think about it, the more you realize the person doing all 7 of these most often is you. The little lies, the "I'm fine," the performed smile when you're not okay. These tells aren't really about deception, they're about mental load, about the gap between what we feel and what we're willing to show. And maybe the most useful version of this knowledge isn't catching the liar across the table, it's noticing the moment you stop sounding like yourself and asking why. If you caught yourself recognizing one of these, that's the whole point. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.